Yo, Joe, or is it more Cobra? This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and we got a special review for you today. We are going to be doing an unboxing of this diorama of my favorite Cobra villain, Stormshadow. So Stormshadow, like his nemesis Snake Eyes, is a ninja, and Stormshadow is one of the coolest ninjas out there. So let's have a look at this diorama. We're going to be unboxing this, so don't worry, you're going to get a better detail of this in just a moment. We're just going to admire the box art. So we got the G.I.Joe symbol there, not much going on. You can see the throwing stars, and we're going to have a much better view of that. And we got here, this is the Diamond Select toy, and you can see the nice box art in the back. This is Stormshadow right there, and it says Stormshadow. Stormshadow is an elite Cobra Ninja operative and an exiled member of the Ashikaji Ninja clan. One of Japanese legendary families, he trained in their methods of infiltration and combat. Extremely skilled, blindingly fast, incredibly resilient, and devastatingly lethal, elite-level expert in a variety of martial arts and an array of ninja weaponry. Destined to be the leader of the Ashikaji before fate took a turn and sent him on a different path and into the ranks of Cobra. And there we got the Cobra. This was designed by Joe Alano and sculpted by George Santos Souza. So this is a really cool diorama set. If you know the history of Snake Eyes and Stormshadow, they are intertwined. There is a very complicated story between the two. The Blood Brothers. Stormshadow actually was a G.I. Joe member at one point in time. Went to Cobra. He was basically brainwashed there, or I think maybe possibly just undercover there so he can find out who killed his master. And then it's quite a convoluted story. Then he became a G.I. Joe, and then Cobra Commander captured him again and brainwashed him, and he became a Cobra agent again. And so his mind is probably just as messed up as probably Wolverine from the X-Men. Or very close, because I mean, poor guy, he's been through a lot, but quite a lethal combatant. That's why Cobra Commander wanted him on his side, and he was Cobra Commander's personal protector, I think, for a while in the comic books. So let's open this sucker up. We're gonna open up the box. We got to cut in a few spots. This diorama does not seem to be of any limited quantity, but it is quite cool. So we're going to get that open, and we'll pop the box up here, lift that out, and we're going to carefully flip this down and pull up. There we go, and you can see in the back, and I didn't notice it in there, but you got this classic Cobra insignia. Just red inside the box. There's really nothing else to see in there. We're going to put that off to the side here for now. And let's focus on Stormshadow. I need to see how we're going to unblock this. It looks like there's some stickers somewhere. There we go. Is there another? Yes, there is another sticker here. So let's take that off. So that might have been a little bit off screen, but the concentration of getting Stormshadow out, very timely for you guys. So let's pop this back in. I will pop that back in the box later. Not a worry. And let's have a look at Stormshadow. So there's Stormshadow. You can see he has got an array of things going on. So let's have a look at this classic Cobra villain here. So you can see he's in the stance. He's got the throwing stars over there. Right, he's got three, and I like how they did that. He's got you can see the clear plastic, but you can see the throwing stars he's got just coming out of his hands. You got the classic Cobra insignia there. You can see he's got the mask on. He's got the kind of belt to hold his weapons there. He's got classic ninja uniform kind of going, his classic ninja uniform. The white boots, and let's have a look. Let's see if we can get a good look at his eyes there. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. That is quite a scary sight if you have that coming on. Look at the arm definition, very nice. You see that his arms are bandaged there, and under his arms, if you pulled up his arm sleeve, it would be very similar to Snake Eyes, what he wears, where he's honoring his clan, the Ashikaji clan. Look at the texture that they able to mold into there for his hood. So that's his hood that goes over top here. You can see the nice sword that they have across there. That's really cool. So he's got the sword, he's throwing the ninja stars there, as I showed you. We're going to flip this thing out. He's standing on some kind of snowy cliff. Alright, let's turn that around. Looks like, look at all those throwing stars. I don't know what he has in here, but it could be like some kind of smoke powder or who knows what. He's got some throwing knives on his belt there. You can see that. You can see the sheaths that he has for his swords. And look at that. He's got more ninja stars, more throwing knives. I don't know what this is. Some kind of weapon there, but I do not know what. You can definitely know it looks like it's part of like a knife or sword here. I'm not sure. And there's the clan. You can see right there in the back. There's the Ashikaji sign there. He's got arrows. Okay. Oh, I guess this is like this is his bow and arrow. That's what that is. Okay, so that's his bow, and those are his arrows. Okay. You can see he's got like at least a dozen arrows coming out of the back. So he is a very skilled combatant, very skilled ninja. Look at that. Look at that view. He's just jumping in the air off that tree, kind of ready for combat, ready to strike. So that, look at this thing. This is a one piece. It's not that heavy. This is PVC plastic, so it's not like stone, so it's not as heavy. It's not as fragile either. But you can see the eyes, in definition of the eyes, as I said, the Cobra Signia. This is what he's standing on the bottom. Nothing of any significance there. Look at the icicles coming off the tree there. In here, you can see the little sash there coming off his belt. So that's cool. Look at the shoes he's got. He got threads on there too. I mean, look at the detail on this thing. He's got all the bandages around to keep, And this is just classic Stormshadow gear, and at least his Cobra gear, which to me looks really cool. So Stormshadow is right there. Let's spin him around again, and let's put the camera down here. Get it nice and stable. Yeah, there we go. And let's kind of spin around Stormshadow. Look at that. I mean, I'm going to be displaying this on my shelf and just admiring this statue. Because look at this thing. This is quite impressive. We're going to turn that around slowly so you guys can really see him like almost jumping off. It looks like he's jumping off the page of a comic book, Look at this thing. So that is Stormshadow, and obviously Stormshadow always is at his best when he's fighting his blood brother, Snake Eyes. So let's get Snake Eyes in the frame. If you had saw my last video, or one of my earlier videos, we had opened or unboxed Snake Eyes as well. So we're going to move these boxes out of the way, and we're going to see if I can grab my Snake Eyes, which is a little bit off screen. We're also going to pull this off my little spinner reel. Take that off for now. We'll get Stormshadow back in frame, and we're going to get Snake Eyes in there. So if we can get a nice combative, maybe we'll have Snake Eyes coming out this way, Stormshadow coming out that way. What do you guys think? We have the two ninjas, one from Cobra, one from G.I. Joe, and we're just going to full Mortal Kombat. Does that look cool? And it almost looks like that might slide in. Let's see if we can get those really close. No, it looks like timber's preventing that, but you can get them pretty close. It's just that timber's biting now his throwing stars. So we got to bring them a little bit further apart. We'll get Stormshadow like that so we can see both of them in full ninja action. How about that, guys? Imagine that on your shelf, man. That's what I'm going to be looking at. So this is Stormshadow right there. Full combat mode against Snake Eyes, two of my favorite characters from the G.I. Joe series. Full on ninja fight. And yeah, so that is my review and unboxing of the Diorama Stormshadow. I believe that came out in the last 2 years, probably 2022 as well. Or it could have come out 2023. But yeah, what do you guys think of these two classic G.I. Joe characters in these dioramas? We did a more extensive review of Snake Eyes last time, and today we want to focus on Stormshadow, but I definitely want to end the review with both of them together in combat. And there you go. So I think Stormshadow might have a little trouble with Snake Eyes just because he's got to now contend with Timber too, distracting him. So I guess the only concern with Snake Eyes would be if Timber gets hurt right there, which is definitely a very, very distinct possibility when he's fighting someone with the skill of Stormshadow. Alright, so let's have one more look at Stormshadow. Look at that. One more look at Snake Eyes. If you guys are a fan of G.I. Joe, please leave a comment in the comment section of who your favorite G.I. Joes are. As you know, these two stand out for me. I have several G.I. Joes I love, but these two really stand out. And who are your favorite G.I. Joes? Hit that like and subscribe button. It'll be much appreciated, very much appreciated. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, put the notifications on so you don't miss any upcoming new cool videos that we're going to put out of other collectibles that I got my hands on. We will hope to see you guys very soon. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and I hope you enjoyed these G.I. Joe dioramas and seeing them for the first time like I am. And yeah, you guys take care. And again, so much appreciate all your time. This is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. Take care, guys.